Hey everybody, it's Diane again, and I want to share with you one of my favorite poses, which you actually need some props for. And this is a bolster. This is a yoga bolster. I've had this for about 10 years. It's one of the best investments you can make for getting a prop for your spine, the flexibility of your spine. So we're going to lie over this today. With that bolster, you really need a block to support the head. This is a cork block, but they come in foam blocks. I can tell you where to get them after. We put that behind the bolster. Some of you may need a blanket for underneath your booty if the bolster is too big. So here's a couple things. We're going to lie over the bolster. This is to open up the back. It's to get a back bend. Just to let you know, this is a pose I do every day. Every day. And it totally helps open up the spine. So what you're going to want to do is have the bolster behind you. Those of you with longer torsos or more flexible torsos, you're probably not going to need a blanket. But with the bolster behind you, we lay back, and you want to lay back so that your shoulder blades, like the bottom tips of my shoulder blades are about here, almost midsection on the bolster, are on the middle of the bolster. Then you lean back and feel for your block. Now, here's the thing, and this is really critical. Some of you will feel like, oh, your chin is looking up to the sky and your arms are here. Not so great, right? We want to have the arms, your armpits are open over the bolster. Your head is slightly tucked, so the back of your neck is nice and long. The arms are out, and you feel comfortable. If you've got a shorter torso, you're going to grab that blanket, put it under your sit bones, and that, even for me, is like, oh yeah, that's really nice. I could just hang here. We're getting a nice stretch of the lungs. We're getting a nice stretch of the thoracic spine. The neck, critical that it feels like it's in its natural curve. And so what does that mean? Again, if your chin is looking up to the sky, you're over stretching the front and crunching the back of the neck. If you're like this, which would be more if your block is a little higher, for me, this is too high, and the back of the neck is too long, and I'm crunching the front of the neck. So it's kind of an art to find that perfect spot. Once you do, let's go to the legs. Look at the legs. The knees can be bent. You can keep your feet right on the floor with the knees bent. That's nice. You can take the soles of the feet together, dropping the knees out to the side. That gives a really nice stretch at the inner groin. And so that's nice. If you have knee issues, you might take your blanket and, let's say you had two, and you put one under the outer thigh of one thigh and then another under the outer thigh. Don't want the knees to take any hit for the opening of the hips. So then I'm going to move that blanket. And then there's the other where we just stretch the legs out. And so right here, I'll take about 5 breaths. Nice, big, deep breaths. You can shut the eyes. As you're here, you're lying here, you want to let your back body rest into that bolster. Let the legs relax. Relax the shoulders. Breathe into this. And then when you come out, this is really key as well. You're going to bend the knees, press into the feet a little bit, roll to the side so you come all the way over. And then as you come over, use your hands, press into your hands, and come on up to sitting. So why do we do that? We do that because if you lift up, just straight up, it's going to torque the muscles in the back, like give them a little pinch or torque, and that can spasm your muscles after you've just relaxed them. I want to show one more thing because I see this a lot in classes. So people come into the pose, they're a little too far down here. And what happens is, look at my shoulders. Shoulders are on the bolster. I'm not far enough back, and then the head has to drop way back. So if this is you, try to feel it in your body. Scoot yourself back. Scoot back. Use your arms. Lay your back over this bolster. And again, make sure the armpits feel like they're getting a little stretch. So I'm going to come up here. So I cannot highly recommend this enough, lying over bolster every day. It's one of the things, especially as we're, in middle age and getting older, we are only as old as our spine is young. And I remember seeing a friend of my parents years ago. He was 80. And I watched him walk down this hallway. And he was walking, just swinging his arms like a young man. And you could feel that he had the mobility of his spine. And so if we just spend a little bit of time every day opening up our spine in a back bend, it's really going to help in the longevity of our health. So that's today's tip. Hugger Mugger, that is where I get my bolsters. I'm going to put it in the comments in the YouTube. But huggermugger.com, you can get blocks, you can get bolsters, you can get blankets. It's a great company. They're really solid. They've been around a long time. So that's it today. Thanks. Bye.